Hey guys, I am here to show you the hack of how to afford luxury. Cars, bags, jewelry, fancy vacations, anything you want. It's not complicated. Here's the secret. It is this. You can put anything on your credit card. Banks are so willing to hand out loans. Buy now, pay later. We can just pretend to be rich and wealthy, especially on social media. Of course, you can rent a Lambo. You can rent a private jet set for a day. You can even film your Chanel buying experience and unboxing only to return it to the store the following week when the cameras are not rolling. But that's not what wealthy people do. We are discovering that people are going broke in an effort to look rich. Why do we as a society base one's value on how many logos they have on their body or how much money they spent? Why do we watch video after video about people bragging about how much they spent on something so innocuous as jewelry or a handbag? What is the point in proving that we can buy a logo? I mean, sorry, these aren't luxury goods. They're overpriced consumer goods that nobody needs. I used to think that buying a Chanel or a Louis Vuitton bag was the goal, to show that I've made it. Achievement, prestige, the it girl. But my views have changed. So why? Why were we just handing over hundreds, thousands of dollars to these large corporations, handing over our wealth for a handbag, for a logo, without having a plan, savings, investments? Why is it so ingrained into our brains to worship these brands and celebrities who carry them? And one thing to know is that these luxury labels pander to the middle and lower class income brackets. And those are the people who are spending the most on luxury labels. In fact, consumer credit card has reached an all-time high in the US at now over $1 trillion. Is anybody disturbed yet? Hello? What is even the point of all this? What does it matter if it's luxury, loud luxury, or quiet luxury? If your Laura Piano cashmere sweater costs $2,000 but doesn't have a logo, or your Gucci tracksuit with your matching shoes, nobody knows. Nobody even cares. They don't care about your wallet. We should all be concerned with our own. So the truth is, we know consumers can often desire logos to be acknowledged by their peers, validated, recognized, and now we are looking for validation and recognition from total strangers walking on the street through social media. What a silly concept. And by the way, that doesn't say wealthy. That's not how money works. Buying a bag or a pair of shoes with a logo does not actually make you wealthy, smarter, better, richer, nicer, prettier, have more riz, maybe temporarily, but it doesn't actually put you into a club of exclusivity. And that is what your salesperson wants you to believe. You're so special if you have this. We have chosen for you to buy this. This item is exclusive. No one else is going to have it. And then you buy the thing and walk out into the world and like 5 other people around you have the same thing. It doesn't show you're wealthy. It just shows that you spent money. Do luxury items reflect who we are and how we feel about ourselves? Well, yes and no, but this video is about the yes, because if you can afford it, great. I am happy for you. I want to know how to afford it. But if you can't, don't send yourself down that rabbit hole. Now, there is a little thing called marketing that plays on our wants and desires and our insecurities. Now, it's not a bad thing to want things and to want to fit in. In fact, it's human nature, whether it's a bag, jewelry, cars, fancy restaurant experiences. Marketing is designed to reveal your insecurities and to target them. It's all done oh so artfully and manipulatively. And now it's very easy to fill a void with things instead of maybe some inner work. These luxury houses rely heavily on advertising. After all, how else would you know about these brands? And the marketing is being paid for by you, the consumer, by paying a ridiculously high premium for something as simple as a handbag. And some of you are saying there is value in luxury goods. And yes, there is in some cases. I don't disagree that some products are made better than others, but there are also many non-branded, non-logo brands that can deliver the same result without the fancy logos and without the inflated price tag. Now, with the rise of social media, we were made to feel like one item, one bag is not enough. One watch, one car, whatever it is, one Stanley Cup. We need a collection in order to have an aesthetic shelf, in order to prove, oh, I can just buy all these things on a whim. But why? To be really, really cool? And of course, in 2020, a little thing called the pandemic took away, for most of us, our experiences that used to be cool, like traveling, going to the museum, even just taking a walk and socializing. And we turned our boredom to things and over shopping and entertaining ourselves by watching endless unboxings. So we are not completely to blame. We were just doing what was entertaining and what everyone else was doing. But wait, why did I feel the need to participate? Admittedly, I fell into the trap and made a goal, like many other influencers, to have enough money to buy the thing. But why? Like, why? I often blame the shopping gene addiction that I inherited. I do like and appreciate nice things. I do like quality things, and I think that's okay. But I found myself really overdoing it and going overboard. Like I could be the cool it girl if I had all the fancy things. And the more I knew I had some work to do and things to address within myself, the more I just wanted to fill the void with shopping. I mean, after all, it's the closest way to instant gratification and validation. So for me, here's my story. For me, it started with a luxury vehicle that I leased. And I did not have a plan. And these car dealers will give you credit even if you don't have a job. Now, it's not something I'm proud of, and I had maybe not so well-meaning friends saying, you deserve it, go for it, you work so hard. And that became my motto for overspending for the next few years. And I made these mistakes over and over. I really thought I had to look the part of that Orange County woman to fit in. And there are even influencers who say, buy the thing so you have the feeling of being rich and the money will flow and follow. Oh my gosh, how silly is all of that? Do not do that. So I got caught up in wanting a luxury logo lifestyle, when in reality, before all that, I already had everything I needed. Even my inherent sense of style that did not need luxury good logos to my outfits. Chasing this luxury lifestyle put me into debt, into scarcity mode. And the truth was, I was in a much better, secure peace of mind when I had no desire to chase this luxury lifestyle. So now, on a side note, the need for validation, retail therapy, hoarding, loneliness, these are all real struggles that people go through. So they're not to be taken lightly, not to say, haha, I have a shopping addiction. People really do have shopping addictions, and it is a thing. It's really a thing now, especially with how available creditors are willing to lend you money. So when I was a client advisor, and even now as an influencer on YouTube, when somebody comes to me and says, I just want that bag so badly, my reaction is like, oh honey, why? Why? What kind of fulfillment do you get from a bag? Now, it is different if you're wealthy and you collect high-end things, and that's a very small percentage of people. Like if you have Beyonce money, go spend it. That's okay. But the truth is, most consumers do not. Most people who are shopping the mall for luxury logos do not have that Beyonce money. So I also did a video about why influencers are selling their things and following the trend of underconsumption, because they were getting a lot of backlash. And underconsumption, it's not a trend, it is common sense. I do see a trend though that we are starting to wake up and realize that we don't need 5, 20, or maybe even one luxury handbag. We don't need to be overspending. I've had to take a hard look in the mirror and realize what kind of stupid financial decisions I had been making. And now, before making a purchase, even if it's a $50 luxury lipstick, no, it shouldn't cost that much. Think of where that money can go instead, toward a vacation, to pay a bill, toward an investment, toward my future or my daughter's future. Okay, now let me just remind you that most influencers, their lifestyles channels are not real. They're just showing you bits and pieces for the gram. It's almost like a TV production. And even me, I get endless amounts of bags and jewelry. I love it. I love that I'm sponsored them. They make me look rich, feel better, look decorated, but I didn't pay for any of them. Now, before we go, I'm going to share one quick story of something I did right. And this occurred in 2020. I was in Las Vegas. I had about $1,500 in my hand, and I was contemplating buying a YSL bag, one that looked very much like this. And she came out to about like $2,100 after tax. So I would have still had to finance a little bit of the bag. And I started to think, like, is this what I really want? What would I do with this? How often would I use it? Why do I need it? And I was talked into putting that money into the stock market. I bought one stock at $1,500 at the time, and it was a hard pill to swallow. That was very scary for me. And I'm not saying everyone do this because it's risky too, but the stock split. And since then, I put more money into that investment and the stock split again 4 years later, allowing me to take that money out to pay off my car loan 1 year in advance. And I'm telling you, the YSL bag, buying the bag would not have had the same return. So I'm sharing with you that these are easy decisions to make. Even if you don't spend the money and you just hold on to that cash or put it in the bank, you are not going to get the money back by buying a bag. Don't let anybody tell you it's an investment, because you're really going to have a hard time selling the bag later. It's not just going to sell like that like people think it does. My point is, a bag is not an investment. No matter how many times people tell you it's an investment. It's an investment in yourself to buy the Dior, the Chanel. Don't be scared of saving the money and put that FOMO and YOLO fire out. I am not a financial channel, but I don't have to be to tell you that learning about money and not spending it, it will serve you better in the long run than a temporary luxury fix, or even just a temporary fix of something you saw on TikTok for $20. If you don't need it, you don't need it. So the next time you're tempted to splurge on that luxury bag or even that luxury lipstick, ask yourself, what does it really do for me that something else, something less expensive can't? Is it worth sacrificing my future for a temporary fix? If you're to this part of the video, guys, I thank you so much for staying, and I am going to ask a quick favor. If you are a new or an old viewer, you might have noticed some changes in my editing and my equipment, but it does cost money. So I've been working with a group called Oversubscribe, who helps YouTubers like me grow with their community by allowing my community to invest in my channel for potential returns. It will help me keep making content, great content for you guys. If you're interested in showing support, please click on the link below to learn more about it. I am not asking for any funds right now, just checking interest, and investments can be as low as $50. It is a win-win situation in that when I grow, you earn the rewards. So click the link below to support and see how you can be a part of my channel, Dial M Style. So thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know in the comments your financial goals for 2025. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.